Hey, greetings friends, it's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and another collage I've been working on this past week. This one's another beach scene with little children playing in the sand. What can I say? I kind of love the beach. California is a lovely place to live because we have the opportunity to drive to the beach if we want to. But since I haven't been there in a long time, I draw the beach. And that works for me, what can I say? So this one is kind of fun because one of the children on the beach is rather a close-up of a little boy playing with a plastic truck. Like many of my collage photo references, I actually mashed this one together using two different photos, well, three if you count the birds, because I wanted some seagulls in the sky. I used different photos, kind of composited them together to make a photo reference that would work for me, and so the problem with that is that sometimes the lighting is wrong, so I have to be very careful as I'm working to keep the lighting correct. It appears that the light is directly overhead on my main subject of the boy in the foreground, but the two little kids in the background there, the lighting was more over their right hand shoulder, but I made it look a little more, I made the shadows look a little more like it was straight up or a little higher in the sky. I just have to change shadows. I have to be aware of where the sun is at all times, especially when I'm doing composited photos together. The one thing I was disappointed about with this particular photo of the little boy and the toy truck was his feet were not showing. He's obviously barefooted, but his toes are sort of sunken into the sand. Now, I could create toes out of nothing, but the problem with that is the possibility of making them just a little bit off is just too great, because fingers and toes are the slightest thing off and you can tell, even if you're not an artist, even if you don't know quite what is wrong, you can tell it's off. It's the number of bones and joints in fingers and toes that's got to be just right, and I could have made them up, but I decided not to. So they're sunken into the sand like it was in the photo reference, and I really wish that they weren't because I just love little bare feet. Now this little toy truck was actually quite orange, but I ran out of orange, and even though I looked through many of the magazines I had over here, I couldn't find an orange that I liked, but I did find this pink in several different shades, you know, light, medium, dark. And as it turns out, I'm not real happy with the pink, only because it's very, very close in value to the sand. You see how it almost blends in to the sand? Oh, but it is what it is. And you know, when you're doing art, is there ever an actual finished point? We artists tend to look back at our work and go, oh, I could fix that, I could do this, I could change that, and we often do. we'll touch things up or make it a little bitty change here or a change there. We're constantly upgrading, and it's probably because as we work, the more we do, the more we've actually improved in our skill, and then that's where we see little errors that could be fixed, that could be changed, that could be made better. And so unless the piece sells, if it's sitting around here at the house, I may change it again and again. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to say it's quote unquote done enough, done, fairly done. As done as it can get for this particular moment in time. I love these chubby little hands that are holding the truck. Very cute when they're just that little and short and kind of pudgy. Now you may not be able to see it, but I found this photo of a lion pride that was so gold and orange and red that I used it right there underneath the boy's arm. It almost looks like a little stripe, but that's actually a bunch of lions lounging around in the tall grass of the, I don't know, a Sahara someplace, savannah. Sometimes I can find little photos that just work so well with color and value that they're practically hidden in a collage like this. I love when that happens. So I gotta put a darker piece in his ear and some shadows and little, I was gonna say waves in the sand. No, dints and light spots and dark spots in the sand to make it look like people have walked through it and it's not perfectly flat. Put a few wrinkles in his pants, well, shorts. And some highlights on his fingers and his hand. Now the children in the background, pretty quick. I just laid down some pieces and didn't put very many details because I want all of the focal point, the focus, to be on the boy in the foreground. So he's the one I spent the most time on, of course. And here we are, yay! All done. Tell me what you think. We got a close-up there of the children in the back. A little seagull in the sky. And my little boy playing with his truck in the sand. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I certainly appreciate it. Do give me a thumbs up and smash that little bell that gives you a notification whenever I'm adding something new. Check out some of my links and do come again. Bye everyone. I'll see you next time.